Hi there everybody, how's it going? I hope you're all doing very well indeed. This is myself, Matt Tomato. Thanks ever so much for tuning in. Welcome back to our Metropolis achievement run here in Transport Fever. We're going really well so far. The line, the main line that's making us most of the money in terms of passenger traffic here, the Gayton B, because we call it Gainsborough, Tadcaster and Kirkby, well, we just upgraded it to a TGV, so it's going to have a little bit more speed to it, hopefully, but it's more because of the capacity as well. It's got that extra bit of capacity, and it costs a little bit more in maintenance, but I think with that extra capacity, it's going to be really helpful. I genuinely think, actually, yeah, I'm not wrong. It will go faster going the other way, because it's downhill. I think it will go faster the other way, just because it's downhill, so... yeah, but certainly, you know, it's also nice to have a TGV. It's the fastest train. 3.76 million. So yes, even with the expense of a TGV, this is now making money because of that huge lump of passengers it's just dropped off there. And of course now it's going to pick up all 101 of these new ones. So yes, that TGV is going to make money. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to change it. I think that was a good decision. 40 million and all. I might just repay a little bit more of the loan. You know, just keep repaying some of that loan. Ultimately, though, what I do want to do is, in fact, we have the money. I think I'm going to set up this fuel oil, crude oil to fuel line over here into Kirkby. So I think I'm going to set this up. So it's going to be fairly straightforward, actually, because all I'm going to be doing is just building and I think we only need one train here. This should be fine. Yeah, I think this is going to be okay. What I will do, though, just to facilitate... Really? Just wanted to build it, like, at the end here. Holy moly. That's up on a hill, so it's going to curve all the way around, but that's okay. So if I were to... now, I don't know if this is going to be okay or not. That's a million. And it is all 186, so that's fine. I mean, it's not really... The thing is, we're not going to get up to that much high speed that I don't see the need for actually building like a steel bridge. I think we can get away with concrete here. Can always upgrade it later. It's a different type of bridge as well. So yeah, let's go with that. Because it's not going to be that fast, because by the time it gets up to speed, it's going to have arrived. So that's 155, yeah, and again, that's pretty straightforward. 186 all the way. It doesn't have to be that fast, but yeah, it's just like one big curve. That's all it is. It's just one massive curve going all the way around there, which is quite interesting. I think what I want to do is I want to have the depot somewhere here. Because then when it's empty, because it'll get here and it'll be empty on this bit back, so when it's empty I can send it into the depot. That's just going to be a bit easier to manage, I think. So let's just do that. Just plonk that there, that'll be fine. Good. Obviously we don't really have enough for a train just yet, but I can set up the route. So this is going to be another black one. This is going to be Kirkby Fuel LLC, Limited Liability Company. So we start here, down to here, and then there. Excellent. And then we'll just accrue some money, and then we'll spend it on some trains. So I think it's oil. It's going to be quite heavy, isn't it? Only a capacity for 15 on there as well, so we're going to need the best part of like 8 of them I mean, we could start off with 4, but I think eventually we're going to need about 8. And the fact it's going to be heavy is suggesting perhaps we want something a bit powerful. So I'm thinking this one might be okay to start with, but ultimately we might want to switch to something like this. 60 minutes. So do we just, I think what we do here, actually, I think we open with this. And I think we open with this and then we buy 4 of these. And so for that, then we need 20 million. Like bang on 20 million. So that's what we're going to save up. We're going to invest 20 million in doing that. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, here's our little grain shuttle here. Here comes the livestock train. Yeah, we do want to upgrade this thing as well. So yeah, we've suggested that we want to upgrade that. Which we could do, actually. We have the money to be able to do that. Don't know how old that is. Tadcaster Foods, 11 years. There's 16 years on the carriages for Tadcaster Grain. 15 years on the bus at Tadcaster. May want to upgrade that. One of these buses anyway. I think running the 2 buses is a good idea now. There's enough people kicking around. Where is the TGV? Here it comes. So again, 60 people on there. That's great. It's able to pick up all of these people here, ready for Gainsborough, even if no one gets off. So that's good. And there's still a load of people here. So yes, this TGV was a wise investment. I think that's going to be okay. That's going to survive for quite a long time on that line, I think. I don't think there's going to be any need to upgrade that for quite a while. If it gets so manic, then what we could do is we could probably run like another train on this track, but like maybe a smaller train that's a bit slower. And naturally, of course, the TGV. So what we'll need to do is we'll build a 3rd track. So we'll sort of just have the slower train go via like a waypoint or something like that. We might be able to do that, but yeah, we might be able to have a slower train go on a different piece of track, so the other train can overtake it. Or what we do is we build the 3rd track, but we have the TGV go between. No, that doesn't work. I was going to say maybe we have the TGV go between Gainsborough and Tadcaster and just backwards and forwards there, and then have the other train going there between Tadcaster and Kirkby, but no, I don't think I want to do that. Also, do we want to connect up Kirkby and Manning? I don't think so, because I think we wanted Gainsborough to be the hub, so I don't think we need to do that. I was just contemplating that idea, but no, Gainsborough is definitely the hub. This Caterton line is actually starting to pick up a few passengers now, which is kind of nice. Is it making money at all? No, it's losing 604k, but I think what's actually going to happen here is it is starting to pick up. There are actually a good number of people, so I think this is actually going to start turning a profit at some point, which is quite surprising. I didn't think there'd be that many people moving there, but it turns out there is. Lots of people here, but the bus has just arrived, so that's okay. So again, it's weird how in Streatham the single bus is perfectly fine. In Kirkby, the single bus is fine, but it is full, unless it drops anybody off here. Which it has done, so it's been able to pick up all those people. In Tadcaster, we've had to go to a 2nd bus, and then in Gainsborough, it's just absolutely mad, and we've got 3 trams, and that's still not enough. Like, it's only able to pick up 3 people here. Where's the other tram? Oh, there it is. Yeah, 3 trams, and it's still not enough. Like, what the hell? Even though they're sort of kind of the same size at the moment. I mean, actually, I could be wrong. Yeah, there's not a lot between these 3 still. In fact, Streatham has overtaken Tadcaster. Should have run a sweepstake at the start of the game. Like, which one do you think is going to be the... Because my money was 100% on Gainsborough for ages because it's the hub. But Streatham has actually overtaken Tadcaster now, which is quite incredible. Considering that Tadcaster's the one that's being serviced with the food, as well as the passengers. Streatham has a more frequent service, though, I suppose. Maybe? I don't know. The growth is really odd in this game. Like, determining how these places grow is really, really strange. Is that the... Yeah, that's the grain train. This is the livestock one coming in here. Yeah, there's still lots of food. That's good. This ship continues to do the work. And yeah, it's yeah, it's there. It's okay. I don't mind. So yeah, we're just waiting for the 20 million to be able to set up this fuel over here. $95 people there. That's good. Only 12 people want to go north. It's a bit of a shame. But then there's a whole lot of people waiting up here, so it's okay. This TGV is doing the business, which is good. And overall, I think it's yeah, it's making quite a bit of money actually. So that will do well. There's lots of people here. The Streatham line's 80 people. Yeah, okay. So again, this train is doing good work actually. I'm happy with this train. Still good on the crude oil. Wow. How? Yeah, there's a lot going on here. These Arctics are all leaving full, which is great. Just want to triple check that, yeah, they're all making money. So the only real loss is the boat and the Caterton line, which is still sort of getting going. So realistically, they're the only two lines that are not really making that much money. But this Caterton line really is starting to pick up now. Can see it. Okay, that's still heading north with about 45 people on board, which is okay. But then there's the best part of 70 people waiting already at the top there. Yeah, Gainsborough. So again, that's going to be like 130, possibly 140 people going down into Gainsborough. So that's good. Yeah, very happy with that. I was going to say, why don't you pick everything up? But there's actually, yeah, it just keeps producing more, which is really, really good. So again, we're going to sell this. Locomotive soon, and replace it with one of the ones from the Caterton line, the same sort of train. But I want to get this fuel set up to Kirkby first before we do that. It's just another town that can grow. So, and eventually we'll do Bawtry and Manningtree over here. We'll get this final passenger line set up between these. Now it's going to be quite difficult to actually do this because this is sort of going to cut across here. There's a big hill here. So it may have to be that actually it goes into Bawtry, doesn't, rather than doing like through train station, goes into Bawtry as an end train station and then goes back out on itself. So I might end up having to do that because this hill is quite nasty. So I might send it across here instead, across there, past this way, and then around. That's still pretty horrible, but it might just be better. The alternative is, of course, we run buses between these two along this road. Nah, I think I would still rather run the train between them. Obviously, it may not necessarily need to go. Might be able to actually take it up here to Manningtree and then down to Bawtry, back up. It might be able to do that. I don't know. It's awkward. This hill here presents quite the obstacle. The alternative, of course, is just to tunnel it, but really? No, I don't want to do that. Don't want to build a big tunnel for a tiny little line. It's essentially going to be a spur line. How's that boat doing? Yeah, there's still plenty on it, which is good. We way overestimated the amount that this place would produce. Oh well. It is what it is. There's 73 people waiting there. Yeah, it's going to be pretty full, this train. Unless, of course, some people get off at Tadcaster, which they will. This is full. Smokes. That is legitimately full. I think I might have to add another set of coaches onto there. The alternative, of course, is I make a bigger train, like with a different type of train, to make it faster, but I kind of like the double-decker, actually. It's not particularly quick, but on this particular route, it's quite sufficient. But yeah, that was a full train. It's a lot of people. I'm going to send it back to the depot. We don't necessarily have to add another set of double-deckers. We could just add like a couple of small, like some of the other coaches on. But it would look weird. I feel like it would look really weird if it wasn't a double-decker. So I'm just going to add another double-decker onto the back of this one. Holds up our oil train, of course, but it is what it is. Equally, we could just get a TGV that runs down here, which would be significantly faster, but no, I don't really want to do that. I want the TGV to be along the Caterton eventually. And we'll just build a nice high-capacity train that runs between... You know, we can just add more... There's still a few more trains that are still yet to release as well, so we might end up going with a couple of those. There are newer trains that will come in. So we might end up... Yeah, like I said, we might end up going with something else. Excellent. Right, so we'll buy trains, and yeah, I'm just going to grab another one of these. Excellent. So 132 capacity now onto the Streatham line. So yeah, 72 people waiting there. It's going to take a little while to clear some of the backlog, but ultimately I think it's going to be okay. Just have that extra capacity so that this train can do its thing. Yeet. Really, really close together. But it's okay. Obviously, these two trains arriving simultaneously is not the best thing in the world, because people are going to miss the crossover or the change. The advantage to it, though, is a whole lot of people are going to disappear. Yeah, see, a whole lot of people now crossing over to the Streatham line that have just got off this TGV. So many people. Obviously, the train arrived here earlier, so there wouldn't be that many people normally. So that's just taken 81. 25 people there, which is fantastic. The other train is now coming back because it will pick up these 108 people, which is great. There are now 76 people waiting for the tram. Bloody heck. But yeah, this is now got that extra capacity. Still looks weird, doesn't it? It still does look weird. Because of the tilt that's in there. But it's okay. We don't mind. Okay, cool. We have the money for this now. Didn't quite notice that, but we do. So this is great. So actually, see, I was really tempted by this one, but based on the distance, I still think this one's really good. I almost want to try this one, but I mean, with eight of them eventually, I still want to go with this one. I'm going to go with this one. So we'll buy that one, and then we'll go 4 to start with, but ultimately it is going to be 8. I think it's going to be 8. I think we're going to need 8. Or maybe not. I don't know. It's quite a short... It doesn't have to be fast. It just needs to be, you know, capable of pulling the load. Because it's going to be heavy. It doesn't necessarily have to be fast, because there's not a lot of distance between these stops. It's just it needs to be something... Yeah, see, this actually is accelerating at a decent rate. You might as well just Oh, did I do that too early? I might well have done. Yeah, I think I did that a little bit too early. Yeah, now it's going down to low Kirkby. Excellent. So yes, I think this is sufficient here. Initially, it's accelerating really, really well because, of course, it's empty. There's nothing on board. And I think, actually, it's a little bit downhill as it goes that way. Not so sure. But, yes, it's obviously got the acceleration right now, but as it starts filling up with oil... So what I'm hoping is it's going to... So it's still up to 100 mile an hour, which is good. But as it fills up with oil, it will, of course, get a bit slower and a bit more difficult. Let's repay another bunch of loans. Right, so initially it's not going to pick anything up, but I think what I might do is I might sort of turn it around. So once I see some oil, some crude oil sort of sit here. I did just get them right, didn't I? Yeah, I did get them right. Once I see some crude oil sit here, I'm going to turn it around. It may be that the train has to get here first. There we go. Yeah, so back to Lower Kirkby. Pick this stuff up, so at least it's got something to haul down here. Because otherwise it's just going to waste the trip. So it's going to go all the way down there, and then all the way back up here, and there's just nothing on board, so it's a waste of time. I was a little bit worried there, because I saw that, oh, there's no people here, what's going on? But then I realised the train was here, so it's picking everybody up. Okay, 13, that should be fine. At the moment it's only got capacity for 60, so eventually we're going to need to add. But hey, actually, look, the acceleration is quite good. I'm really curious about something here. 15 tons for that. 42. The oil... Hang on, how the hell does that work? I suppose maybe when they're full. Well, no, because even if they're full, it's 15 tons of... Do oil tankers really weigh less than passenger cars? I don't believe that's true. So three of these oil tankers weighs the same as one passenger car. I don't really think that's correct. I always thought passengers were, like, lighter. And no, they are, aren't they? Passengers are lighter, aren't they? But the fact it's accelerating so... I mean, I'm not bothered. The fact it's accelerating so quickly is great, but... I'm just going to turn this around here. I kind of want to just pick this up. There's only one unit of fuel, but it's enough. I just want to, like, pick something up, at least, to take back to Kirkby here. That's so weird. So weird. Oh, pardon me. Yes, our grain train is here. I saw the yellow and I was like, oh, it's waiting for power, but no, because the grain train is actually here. There's a whole load of food here, which is great. Yeah, the next stage is to upgrade this this thing. So I'm going to upgrade the locomotive, but I don't think I need to add any more cars here. I think I'm quite happy just upgrading the locomotive to make it a little bit faster. But I don't think there's any need to... yeah, this boat's picking up all that stuff. That's great. I don't think there's any need to add any more cars to that. How's the population? Yeah, Tadcaster's sort of leveled off a little bit here. Streatham's growing. Gainsborough's definitely growing. Interesting. Okay. I was just thinking, is there any more industries you might be able to run into some of these places? Of course, we do want to connect up this passenger line up here. I still don't know what to do with Manningtree and Bawtry, but we'll see. A little bit of a drop in the number of crude oil containers here. Well, there's a gap between Arctics there, so hopefully it will pile up a little bit more. But I'm hoping that the trucks aren't running empty. That's what I'm a little bit worried by. I don't want trucks to run empty. Okay, so that's done and dusted over there. That's delivered that fuel. Yeah, so for now I think 4 cars is going to be okay. Might even be overkill for the moment, but at least it's going to start running. You know, it's going to generate some revenue over that way. Okay, cool. But I think I'm going to end this episode right here. So that's for now. So cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Anthony Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series. Join me next time for more here from our playthrough here with the Metropolis achievement run in Transport Fever. See you later.